So when we look at the big picture of supply chain and operations, we realize that operations is a transformation process. We're taking one thing, working with it as our operation, and we're coming up with something better. So to do that, we have to look at our SCORE model. So we have to have an overall plan. So where are we going to source our products from? Source our materials. So we have to make the decision, are we going to make the product in-house, or are we going to buy our materials? Are we going to do that kind of thing? Our make versus buy decision. And then we deliver to the customer. And during this process, we have our returns. Are we recycling? Did we have a problem from our source that we have to return it to the source? Like didn't meet our specifications, so we're returning our order back. Did the customer not get what they expected, so they're making a return? Are they recycling it because it met the end of its life? All these things are part of the SCORE model. So this is the supply chain operations reference model. So every level of the supply chain, whether you're the supplier, the focal company, which is our company that we're looking at right there, and then the customer. So the supplier has us as a customer, and then the customer sees us as a supplier. So you see this can shift left and right depending on where the focal point is. So our organization's environment. We need to take our inputs, which is a good or a service, and we're going to spend our money to get the materials. We're going to put those into operations. We're going to spend some more money, and we're going to do some stuff with the inputs. And then finally, we're going to get our outputs, which are going to hopefully be higher valued goods and services, which should obtain us money that is going to outweigh what it costs for the inputs and the operations. And we can use those profits for purchasing more inputs, paying for more operations, maybe even expanding operations, increasing our footprint, maybe expanding into another country. All these things are because of our inputs, operations, and outputs. But we need to link our design and control decisions. So our product design. Think of a product in your mind. I'm going to use an Apple iPhone as an example. So the product design of an Apple iPhone is relatively simple on the outside. So the design, or the process design, is to make that. Well, they stamp the metal for the back. They have a piece of glass for the front. All the electronics for the inside. So this is relatively simple. So the facility to layouts on how they might assemble this phone, they would just put these things in order. So they would need certain pieces of equipment in certain spots in order to do the manufacturing. And then our facility location. We're going to dive more into this in topic 9. But where in the world is the best spot for our location? Where should we put our facility? It's not as easy as you might think. But our control decisions, forecasting. What do we think the demand for our product's going to be? What level of inventory should we have? Should we have enough to last us 1 year? Or should we have enough where we can have 7 days worth of supply before running out? What's going to be our production scheduling? What about quality control? Are we going to be happy with a product that breaks when you drop it and the screen cracks? Or are we going to spend the money where we can get a screen that doesn't break on us? When you combine your design and your control decisions together, you're going to have a world-class operations management. And while it may look easy when you're looking at these categories, I can assure you that if a company becomes complacent, that it's very easy to go off track, and then you will lose your world-class operations. So when we're looking at this, remember that we're transforming when we're doing our supply chain. We're taking something, we're transforming it, we're hopefully going to have something even better in the end.